Let's talk about breathing. Breathing is one of those things that I think we take for granted because it's been something we've been doing since we've been born. But now I want you to understand the significance of breathing, not only for life and to continue to live, but to enhance life and to enhance the beauty and the positive moments in life. Now, breathing is often associated with handling or dealing with negativity, right? When you're stressed, what you should do, breathe. When you're frustrated or angry, focus on your breathing. When you're working out and you're panicked or you're feeling anxious, focus on your breathing. But what about the things that you feel joyful about, that you feel positive about, you feel happy about, that you want to actually enhance? You tend to forget about thinking about techniques with those things. And so I want to lean into that a little bit and really focus on how you can use breathing not only to deal with the negative aspects, quote unquote, of life, but also enhancing the positive, quote unquote, in life. Now, when I say quote unquote, understand that there is no real negative and positives of life. It's just simply a matter of your perspective at that moment and how you are perceiving the moment in the situation. So that's up to you to judge, really. When you are perceiving or in a moment where you are experiencing joy and happiness in your life for whatever reason, you can enhance that with your breathing. So understand that breathing is a part of the body that just has to happen, right? You cannot just live without breath, just like you cannot live without your heartbeat. You cannot live without thinking. When we think about breathing, though, breathing is one of those things that you can actually still influence, though it is required that you do it. And the subconscious is responsible for all of those bodily functions that we need to just keep going. And we don't have to think about, because can you imagine having to think about everything that's happening in your body and be a practical, responsible human being and live life and enjoy life? Probably impossible to do, right? Your subconscious is responsible for the breathing, for your heart rate, for your blood pressure, for how you process and, eat food and absorb food and each cell in your body and how everything is happening simultaneously. Subconscious is amazing. But consciously, you can influence your breathing by putting some thought, effort, and applying some techniques to that. Now, I'm not one to really get into a bunch of techniques because I think most of us get so caught up in learning a new technique that we don't master the one technique that we have, right? We want to get the new technique, that's the one that's going to work. We get so caught up in finding new techniques that we miss the point of the technique in itself. And so I don't lean into the technique. I lean into the point, what it is that we are up to getting or gaining. That said, though, I'm going to share with you a very basic technique because in this example, I think it's important to demonstrate a way to really be mindful about your breathing and practice it in order to realize how you can enhance special positive moments in your life and why you want to do that. So we're going to start with inhaling, right? And everything is about counting to 5. So the breath is basically broken down into 4 parts in this technique, right? You're going to inhale, and as you are inhaling, you're going to count to 5 seconds. And then once you finish counting to 5, you're going to stop inhaling, you're going to pause for 5 seconds. So you're going to hold your breath for 5 seconds. Then you're going to exhale for 5 seconds, stop exhaling, and then you're going to hold for 5 seconds. You see? And then you're just going to repeat that cycle. Now, initially, it's going to feel tough because you're not used to maintaining a level of control and management over your breathing like that. And in the beginning, it may feel hard, but after a while, after a few rounds of that, you will begin to loosen up and open up. Now, the point of the technique is when you are inhaling and you are holding, the reason really being is that you want to hold in that energy. Remember, we're talking about enhancing positive moments, positive emotions, positive feelings, right? So understand that when you're in a positive state or a positive environment or emotion, it's not just about oxygen, right? It's about vibration. It's about frequency. So when you are breathing in everything in that environment. Okay, so if you're in a stressful environment and you're breathing it in, you're taking that stress of the environment from other people, other places, and you're taking that into you and you're absorbing that. When you're in a positive state, or a positive environment. It's the same thing. So we want to really focus on these techniques for when we are in those environments. Now we're going to inhale. We're going to hold that energy inside of us. So that way you can absorb it better. You can hold it longer. So that way your lungs and all your processes can absorb the energy and the oxygen of the space. That will transform you and make your vibrations and your energy more positive. You will then be able to carry that positive energy with you. That positive energy, in essence, will transform you. So that way you are just not simply experiencing positive moments. You are becoming positive moments because you have been practicing how to take those moments inside of you, absorb them, and it will change your cellular structure, your DNA, and who you are. You want to be mindful about being in the state of consciously breathing during those moments, okay? It works for any positive situation, whether you are just being by yourself in a peaceful environment, whether you're with friends laughing, whether you are friends enjoying yourself so much that you're crying, whether you are being emotional and even crying because there's a connection there, whether you are intimate with your partner and you're feeling joy and love at that moment, whatever it is you're experiencing, remember to focusing on your breathing. Inhale that positive energy in and hold it. Hold it for as long as you can and then release and let that relaxation just come over your body, and just continue to do that as many times as you like. And that will continue to shift and change your vibration and energy to a very positive, beautiful space. And that's ultimately what I wanted to share with you today. We're going to get more into this concept over time, but I really want to focus on the importance of breathing to not only live life, but to enhance life. I hope that supports you. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.